It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. UT's quarterback Hendon Hooker is now out for the rest of the season after tearing his ACL in the game against South Carolina.
And he's out for the rest of the year. It happened late in the fourth quarter against the Gamecocks. He ran with the ball, then went down awkwardly. Now, despite not being hit by any other players, Joe Milton will now take over at quarterback as the Vols head to Nashville this weekend to take on Vandy. Kickoff is at 7:30 on the SEC network. And that loss to South Carolina eliminates Tennessee's chances of making the college football playoff this year. Current bowl projections have the team playing in either the Cotton Bowl or the Orange Bowl. That's in Dallas or Miami. Tennessee now ranked number 9 in this week's Associated Press rankings, dropping 4 spots behind Alabama.
All right, now Knoxville police, they're looking for the driver responsible for a deadly hit and run on Magnolia Avenue. KPD says a car hit and killed a man while trying to cross the road on Saturday night. Investigators believe that car could be a Hyundai sedan with front damage. If you know anything about what happened, call Crime Stoppers. We have that number for you in the WVLT News app. And authorities right now are investigating a woman accused of abusing her mother in Newmarket.
Elizabeth Rollins is facing multiple charges this morning. Deputies were called to a hospital for a report of possible elder abuse on Wednesday, where Sylvia Rollins was in critical condition and later died. Deputies arrested her daughter while searching the home. Elizabeth Rollins now charged with aggravated neglect of an elderly or vulnerable adult. More charges could be on the way. And a grand jury is indicting an Oneida man on multiple charges after investigators say he hit and killed a Kentucky police officer.
36-year-old Casey Bird remains behind bars this morning. Police say on October 30th, Bird was driving drunk and hit and killed London police officer Logan Medlock's cruiser. Medlock died on scene. Officials say Bird's blood alcohol level was more than 3 times the legal limit. He is charged with murder, DUI, criminal mischief, and possession. His bond remains at $1 million. He's due back in court next Monday. And a missing inmate is back in custody this morning after being on the run in Monroe County. The sheriff's office says Ricky Lynn Burnett escaped a work detail on Friday and stole a truck. Police later found him in Knox County on Saturday morning.
And new details this morning as the TBI says someone intentionally set the Sumner County Courthouse on fire in Middle Tennessee. This happened back in August. The fire destroyed the building. Investigators are now releasing this video showing 2 people in the area both before and after the fire. You can see the people run away as first responders arrive. So far, investigators do not have any suspects. And multiple school districts around East Tennessee are moving to remote learning today. Jefferson, Morgan, and Claiborne County schools are making the change because too many students and staff are sick. We have a full list of closures right now in the WVLT News app.
Yeah, Morgan County is actually out. So Jefferson County and Claiborne County going virtual. Morgan County just closed. And
new this morning, police say they're searching for a motive after a 22-year-old man opened fire at an all-LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado on Saturday night.
5 people are dead, 25 others are hurt. Police say at least 2 people confronted the suspect, grabbed a handgun from him, then hit him with it before pinning him to the ground until officers arrived. Police found at least 2 firearms at the scene and a long rifle used in the attack. Right now, the suspect is being treated at a hospital.
President Joe Biden, now the oldest serving U.S. president. The president turned 80 on Sunday. Facing questions about his age, the president says he'll make a decision on running for re-election early next year.
Western New York State still digging out after the massive snowfall covered the region over the weekend. Hundreds of bulldozers and heavy-duty equipment had to be brought in to clear streets after several days of snow. One town, Orchard Park, home of the Buffalo Bills, saw 77 inches. The team forced to play in Detroit yesterday. And happening today, if you live in Oak Ridge, crews will be out this week for the annual fall leaf pickup. City leaders are asking anyone who has leaves to place them at the front of your yard, but not beyond the curb. You got to keep them out of the road. You're going to make sure there aren't any large sticks or branches in your pile. Crews will be going through the Burnham Woods subdivision in Scarborough neighborhood today. With more every day this week, they'll be taking a break on Thursday. And leaf collection is also underway right now in the city of Knoxville. The season lasts from November through February, replacing the normal brush collection schedule. City crews ask that you rake your leaves into rows near the curb. They say leaves left in alleyways will be collected last. They say do not bag your leaves. That interferes with the mulching process. So they're asking if you have any leaves that need to be picked up, leave them loose for crews to get. And later this afternoon, the Lady Vols basketball team is looking to take 3rd place in the Battle for Atlantis tournament in the Bahamas. They're going to take on Gonzaga after losing to UCLA in the semifinals of the tournament. Tip-off is at 2:30. You can watch it on ESPNU.
And this afternoon, the U.S. starts its run for a World Cup title. The team will face Wales in Qatar. The match starts today at 2 o'clock on FS1. The U.S. enters the tournament ranked 16th in the world. After today, they'll take on England on Friday afternoon. And for those of you hitting the road for the holidays today or tomorrow, here's what you're looking at the pump. Knoxville average $3.24, just a few cents above the Tennessee average, and that national average is at $3.66. The cheapest gas in the country right now is in Texas at $2.99. Georgia, the second cheapest at $3.11.
And it is a busy travel week. Let's get to Whitney Turner for your first alert traffic.
Well, if you're planning on taking I-40 east this week into North Carolina, don't forget there's going to be a major slowdown just across the border. One lane is closed in each direction on I-40. This is between mile 18 and exit 20. If you are headed this way, to avoid some of that heavy congestion, you're going to want to use I-81 and I-26 as your alternate route. So be mindful, this traffic pattern is going to be in place through May 20th. So any plans to come into North Carolina this way, you may just want to put I-81 and I-26 into that GPS for you. Getting out the door right now, all those interstates and main roads are looking good, nice and quiet. Heads up, some road work starting at 9 o'clock in Anderson County on I-75 northbound, right around the exit for State Route 116.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
It is 6:55 now as we start the day off on this cold note. Frosty cold, I'm talking mid-teens to low 20s. Knoxville's already hit 21 as we really just kind of hover at these very cold temperatures. Make sure the kids are bundled up. I know a lot of kids still just have a day or two left of school this week. As we really go through the week with warming ahead, we're going to have some ups and downs in our views. So at least temperatures go up ahead of a cold front. Clouds will increase Wednesday to Thursday, late Wednesday, I should say, because really on Thursday, what we'll have is more rain approaching on Thanksgiving Day. It's Thanksgiving night to Friday morning that we'll have our best coverage of our area in rain, and then some wraparound colder air. We'll change over some leftover showers into some spotty higher elevation snowfall by Saturday. So talk about some big ups and downs. Right now we're at the bottom of the temperature trend for the whole week. That's 22 Knoxville, 17 Cosby, 18 Middlesboro, 17 Jellicoe, and 19 in Crossville. But at least it's a beautiful start. So we start to feel those changes today. Nudge it up despite the very cold morning, making it to 44 at noon. Milder day with your high of 52. So at least we can get some outdoor time ahead of Thanksgiving. Maybe you're running errands, whatever it may be.
Yeah, definitely need to thaw out after this morning.
That's true too.
It's very cold.
Okay. On the turkey.
Yeah, exactly. Get those turkeys out now, depending on how big it is. All right, it's 6:56. We're heading on over to WBXX. Have a great morning.